Hey, Carlos. The dog man sent me. You've been a nasty little boy there, Carlos. Little Carlitos, can I call you that? I'm gonna call you that because you're too immature. We're gonna make some videos there. We're gonna show people just how ignorant you really are. How immature you are. You don't deserve to hold public office. We're gonna inform people. You haven't done your homework. You don't know what you're talking about. And we're gonna school you today, okay? Come with me, Carlos. We're going for a ride. So Carlos wants to take money from a hideous, lying activist scam organization called Grey 2K. An organization that lies to make donation money. Grey 2K has made over $6 million. Most of it goes to their payroll. None of it ever went to a dog. Are you learning anything yet, Carlos? You're feeling a little stupid, aren't you, little Carlitos? Carlos, not only are you taking money from a scam organization, you post stuff on your Facebook page and your Twitter, and when the greyhound people try to defend themselves, you call them trolls and slave owners. That's no way to behave. That's why I call you little Carlitos. You're too immature. It's not cool to take money from a fraud organization, Carlos, and then demonize the whole industry just for money. We're at the kennels, Carlos. Oh, it's nap time for the greyhounds. Meet little Carlitos. Yes, little Carlito. Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi. I don't know if they like you, little Carlitos. Hey, Carlos. Who's that guy? Whoa! He's a jumper. Who's that? Yeah! Hello! Don't pee on Carlos! That's a bad rocket! Sorry about that, Carlos. Check it out, Mr. Carlos. We both fit in the crate. Hey, where'd Carlos go? Carlos! I know you're lazy, but this is ridiculous. What are you doing? Ah, dang. Hey, so the greyhounds, when they get weighed in, when they go to the track, they're out of the crates. Yep. They go to turnout multiple times a day. So one thing about greyhounds is they sleep, from what I understand, 16, 18 hours a day. They get out of the crate so much that it disturbs their sleep. We're trying to teach Carlos not to be so trashy. So why do they have these dogs on birth control, the females?
Stop them coming in the season.
Stop them coming in the season? Because when a dog is in heat, it causes all kinds of problems, doesn't it?
Yeah, it causes the males to go absolutely crazy.
It makes the males go crazy?
Yeah, it's a safety issue.
Can you race a female when she's in heat?
You can, but it won't race very effective.
Okay. So it's just a lot better to have them on the pill.
Yeah.
Pretty much is what it is. This is the whole testosterone thing that Carlos is talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No, but they've been using this method for birth control in greyhounds for decades.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Over like 30 years.
Yeah, as long as I've been in the business, they've been using it.
Yeah. And it's prescribed and it's given to them by a vet, or it's just prescribed by a vet?
It's prescribed by a vet.
It's prescribed by a vet. See, Carlos, you don't know what you're talking about. Little Carlitos. So theoretically, I mean, it's still possible if you're not able to give the greyhounds the pill, you can still race them. It's just you'd probably wind up having to do things a lot differently. It's more of a pain in the butt, probably.
I would probably race all males.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. When the females are on the pill, okay,
right.
The birth control,
right.
Does it enhance performance like Carlos says it does?
No.
No, none whatsoever?
None whatsoever.
I mean, if it enhanced performance, wouldn't just the females be winning the races?
The females would probably be winning 80% of the races.
Right. These dogs are tested, drug tested for just about everything you can think of. Caffeine is one of them. Right?
Right. Caffeine, any
chocolate. I heard chocolate is on there. Yeah. They test for chocolate.
They test for...
How can chocolate be a performance-enhancing whatever?
It's a stimulant.
Chocolate?
Yeah. So they, you know, the state tests for every performance enhancing drug known to man. But
Do they test Olympic athletes for chocolate?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I would.
They're more strict on greyhounds than they are Olympic athletes.
Yes.
They are. Hey, Olympic athletes, women can be on the pill. There's no problem. It doesn't enhance performance.
It doesn't enhance performance.
But dumb Carlos here thinks it enhances performance on greyhounds. Are you learning something, Carlos? A little Carlitos? The other thing that Carlos likes to tout is that greyhounds are given cocaine. I'm sorry, sir, but that's just a activist, extremist lie. No dog has ever been given cocaine. Are you learning anything, little Carlitos? Is there any sport or activity or anything that you can think of in the state of Florida or maybe even in the country that's more highly regulated than greyhound racing?
No.
Nothing. Nothing compares to this as far as regulations go.
I mean, regulations are, you know, the horse has their regulations.
Look at this nice ground beef these greyhounds get to eat, Carlos. Did you know that? Learning anything, Carlitos?
This is all the stuff that we have to follow through the state.
These are all the regulations?
Regulations for the kennel.
Really? Like if you break one of those rules, you get in trouble?
fined.
You get fined?
Yeah.
How many rules you got on there? 4K meat goes into dog, is what's designated for dog food, animals, stuff like that. These dogs eat 4K meat, but 4K meat is used in any and all dog food. It's in Alpo, it's in your dry dog food at the grocery store. People that are complaining that these dogs eat 4K meat, they're feeding their dogs 4K meat. Carlos, you don't even know what you're talking about. I've seen what these dogs eat. They get vitamins every time they eat. They get noodles. They get fresh ground beef. They eat better than I do. They eat better than Carlos. Ain't no doubt.